Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars set review. Today I have another highly anticipated set from the summer 2020 wave, which is the Armored Assault Tank, or AAT. Its set number is 75283, ages 7 plus, has a retail price of 40 US dollars. I do want to thank LEGO for providing this set for review. That's why it says not for sale right here. Oh man. Whew. Okay. This is a hot take here. Hot take. Okay, I find this set more desirable to me than the 501st Legion Clone Trooper set, and I know a lot of you would disagree with that, and that's totally fine. But for someone like me who has built Mandalore out of Lego for basically a year and just completed that mock, getting these figures, the Ahsoka Tano minifigure and the Ahsoka's Clone Trooper figure, or the 332nd Clone Trooper, getting these right after I finish this is just like, it's like Lego was just thinking about me. And not really, but honestly, this is like a dream come true to me. So I personally was more hyped about this set than I was the 501st Legion Clone Trooper set. Both are awesome, and you could definitely make an argument that the 501st set is by far a better value, and I could definitely probably agree with that. But for me, I want this set over anything else in this way because of these minifigures, and I think a lot of people will be picking up this set because of these Season 7 Star Wars Clone Wars minifigures. I mean, who doesn't want these guys, honestly? Here's the back of the box. As you can see, nothing too crazy. There is actually a little opening for the droid. I actually like the design of the AAT. I know a lot of people don't like the design. I'm willing to give it a shot, so I'm really excited to actually build it. This box is actually bigger than a lot of you might expect when you see it on shelves. Here's a battle pack, for example. So it's quite a bit bigger than a battle pack box, and it's also a little bit thicker as well. So it's kind of funny. The 501st Legion's Clone Trooper set, that was a smaller box than I had anticipated, and this box is bigger than I anticipated. So funny enough about that. Man, I can't wait to build this. Honestly, these figures are just perfect. Perfect. And I haven't even opened the set yet. So let's go ahead and build this, and we'll go ahead and review it, guys. So I have the set built now, but as always, let's go ahead and start off with taking a look at those minifigures. All right, guys, jumping into the first minifigure, which of course is probably the most desirable one out of this set, Ahsoka Tano and her Season 7 of Star Wars The Clone Wars outfit. Bravo, Lego. Bravo. This is a fantastic minifigure. I love it. I love that we are done with the old Clone Wars style face. We're back to normal looking faces on Lego figures. This looks so good. This is actually very similar to the Rebels Ahsoka that we got in the Rebel Combat Frigate set back in, I think it was like 2016 is when that set got released. If you guys didn't know, that Ahsoka minifigure based off Star Wars Rebels is and I think is still going for I think over $120 last time I saw it. It could be even more. So that figure just skyrocketed in price because of Season 7 Star Wars Clone Wars. But now that we have this figure coming out, that price hopefully will go down, and a lot of people will definitely be picking up this set just for the Ahsoka figure. So some things to mention is there's actually metallic printing on her torso here, and I'll take her headdress off here in a second. But yeah, the printing on here is really, really good. It's very accurate to the actual show. Now, one of the nitpicks I saw online was people were saying that her headdress is just too long. It should be cut off kind of around here, but instead it goes all the way to her waist. So it definitely looks more like an adult Ahsoka than what we see in Season 7. But honestly, I don't care. This looks so good. I don't really have any complaints about it. I love the way this figure looks. She does get two lightsaber hilts with blue lightsabers, as of course we see when Anakin gives it to her in Episode 8 of Siege of Mandalore. Turning the figure around, here's the back of the headdress. So as you can see, it is a long headdress. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same mold from the Star Wars Rebels figure. Yes, it shows a little laziness on LEGO side not to make a new hairpiece or headdress. But honestly, I love this headdress from Star Wars Rebels, and I'm glad they're reusing it, so I'm totally okay with this. I still think the figure looks very accurate, and honestly, I love just the colors and everything that LEGO did here. She has orange arms and light bluish gray hands. Okay, so now I've removed not only the headdress, but also the lightsabers, and now you can clearly see her torso print, and it actually makes its way down onto the hip piece, which looks really good. It's a nice continuous print. She also has like printing on her knee guards here, as well as her upper legs. So this all looks really good. Again, I love that face design, and if we turn it around, she actually has a dual molded, or not dual molded, but dual printed face design with a more aggressive facial expression, and there's also printing on the back side of her. Now I just want to take the figure, and you can kind of see the metallic printing there as I'm kind of pushing it around in the light. So overall, a fantastic minifigure. Absolutely a great reason to purchase this set just for this figure alone. $40 is a lot better than $120 for an Ahoska minifigure, and you're getting so much more with this set than just Ahoska. Alright, so next up is probably a just as desirable figure as Ahoska, the 332nd Clone Trooper, or what LEGO likes to call Ahsoka's Clone Trooper. Basically, it's a 501st Clone Trooper with a different helmet print. Everything else about this figure, the torso, the legs, and the head underneath, is exactly the same as the 501st minifigure that you get in the 501st Legion's Clone Trooper set, which is what it should be, because these are 501st Legion Clone Troopers just with a different helmet paint design in the show. So it makes total sense why LEGO decided to do that. That's why there's no difference in the torso design or anything like that. So we don't have to go too much into detail about all of that, but I really just want you to take a look at that helmet. It looks so good. It looks way better in person. If I actually take Ahsoka here, it's the perfect orange color on the helmet. It's literally exactly the same orange as Ahsoka on the minifigure, which is really good. I was worried that it might be a different color. That's very accurate to the show, so I'm really, really happy. This is also the helmet that the show ends off on, so this is a very desirable figure. Just to get this figure, to have it, is very awesome in hands. Again, if I just pull the helmet off, he has the new, what I call the Jango Fett head, which is the new flesh tone color. It's more accurate looking. It's a nice new addition than the good old angry clone face, so I'm glad to have this. But honestly, this helmet alone is the reason to get this figure. It looks so good. In case you're wondering, here it is next to the 501st Legion Clone Trooper. It's very similar. It's just the marking, the orange markings, that's different. Everything about the figure is pretty much the same as the 501st Clone Trooper. So great figure. You know, just like I said in the 501st Legion Clone Troopers set review, I do wish it had dual mounted arms and a couple other things, but I'm not going to go into depth right now about that. I do think it's a great minifigure. It's honestly perfect in my opinion, and it's definitely a reason to pick up this set as well. Lastly, we just have what LEGO likes to call a battle droid, but it's not just a normal battle droid. It's basically the camo version of a battle droid. Some people call it an AAT driver battle droid, but we see it do more than just that in the Clone Wars show. This figure has shown up in previous sets like the Droid and Gunship, I believe, and the AT-ST. So this is not a new battle droid design. Unfortunately, it would have been cool to gotten to maybe like a new commander design or something like that, or a captain design. I don't know, anything, but you know, regardless, this is a good battle droid. You get two of them. I don't know why on the box it describes the two battle droids as two separate figures. They're exactly the same. There's no difference between the two of them. LEGO on the box describes it, one as a battle droid, one as an AAT driver, but they are the same. They do come with a, it's not a black blaster, it's got like a slight gunmetal color to it, is what I would call it. So that's nice. You don't get too many of these type of blasters, so that's cool that you get two of them in this set. But yeah, two battle droids, nothing really to complain about. I do wish maybe we got a new commander, but regardless, I'm happy about this. Alright, so jumping into the actual set, the AAT. First impressions about it, I personally like it. I like the design. There's a lot of things going on here than you might not expect upon first impressions. There's some really cool techniques that LEGO used, and I actually really enjoyed this build. I enjoyed it more than the 501st Legion Clone Trooper set build, so hopefully that'll give you some input in terms of, you know, if you like building the set, like that's one of your favorite parts, then I think you'll enjoy building the AAT than you will the ATRT or the Bark Speeder and the 501st Legion Clone Trooper set. I know I like to compare those sets even though they're kind of different in a lot of ways, but it's something I recently built and they're pretty similar in price, so you might be in the store and be like, should I buy this set or should I buy the 501st Legion Clone Trooper set? Now, I'm definitely going to recommend you buy both, but if you had to make a choice, I don't think you'd go too wrong with this. I'd personally pick up both if you can, but I don't know, that'd be a hard decision to make between this and the 501st Legions because both have great minifigures. 501st Legion is probably a little bit better in value, though. Anyhow, let's go ahead and move these minifigures out of the way. So taking a deeper look at the AAT here, the guns on the side do actually move around, so you can spin these around however you want. Something I don't like about the AAT is it spins 360 degrees, the turret up here. You can actually move this probably about 90 degrees here, the front gun. It's probably a little bit too long. Doesn't bother me though, I think it looks good. Another thing about this AAT is you actually do see it in the Siege of Mandalore arc, so while it's kind of weird you get these minifigures with an AAT and not something else, like, I don't know, a Mandalorian battle pack or just anything Mandalorian related, it's strange you would get it with get these figures with the AAT, but regardless, you do see this set in the Siege of Mandalore arc at the very beginning. When Obi-Wan and Anakin are defeating, separatists on a bridge, you see a bunch of these sets. So it's actually desirable to pick up a few of these if you want to recreate that scene. I might actually do that in the future. But again, taking a look at the build, it's actually very well built. It's very strong. Can't say about the previous can't say that about the previous AATs. But yeah, so it's a solid build. Little underwhelming maybe to some of you, but regardless, I think it's a solid build. To give you an idea, here's the 2009 AAT. As you can see, it's far, this AAT is far bigger in a lot of aspects to this AAT, but regardless, this is very well built. I can't say the same about this AAT. It had some issues over the years, but I still enjoyed this set, and I think a lot of you will too. Another thing is, you have a battle droid up here. You can close this with the battle droid inside, which is nice. You have some antennas up here. If we open the front part here, there's a full control area. So if you take your secondary, what LEGO likes to call the AAT driver battle droid, you can put that figure in here. It just kind of sets down, doesn't attach to anything. You can close that up. And then the last function is there are some missile launchers right here. The way you press those down is with these two Technic Brix. So if I press this one down and then I press this one down, launches both of the spring-loaded missiles. So that pretty much wraps up my thoughts on the AAT. Overall, I really like the set. It does have its shortcomings with the gun maybe being a little too long. I don't like the 360 degrees. It gets a little annoying, the fact that it does that and there's no stopping point like the previous AAT has had. But regardless, I found the build to be very enjoyable. I really had fun. You actually get to build these minifigures first, fun fact. So when you first open the set, you get the best minifigures right away, which is great. You don't have to wait while you're building. You can basically just be in awe of these guys. These two are honestly the reason to pick up this set. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it's an AAT that you may or may not enjoy, but I'm still recommending that everybody who's a fan of the Star Wars: The Clone Wars show get this set just for these minifigures, because these guys, perfect. $40 is a solid price, I think, for what you get. There's a lot of bigger elements here. There's actually some rare pieces that are new and unique to this set, I believe. They've only appeared in a few other sets, so there's some value to that as well. Honestly, I wouldn't also mind just using these parts for mocks. They're not bad. I could definitely see, just not building the set and putting it in my collection and just keeping the minifigures. I might do that with a couple of these sets. I might build a couple. I definitely plan on purchasing quite a few so I can add these minifigures to my Siege of Mandalore mock. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is the AAT a good or bad value? Do you like the AAT? Again, I personally like it. It does have its shortcomings, but I think a lot of you, once you do decide to purchase this set and build it, you'll have a different opinion. Man, this is definitely a set I recommend to buy right alongside the 501st Legion Clone Trooper set. If you can't buy this right away and you just have, let's say you have $30, $40, you can only buy this or the 501st. It's hard to argue because this Ahsoka minifigure and this 332nd minifigure are great. I think if you're a fan of Clone Troopers like a lot of you are, then I think you can't go wrong with the 501st Legion Clone Trooper set with that amazing value of 6 minifigures. It's hard to beat that. The build might not be as enjoyable as this, but it's still probably a better value. I personally, though, I would pick this set up first, but I know a lot of you won't. All right, that'll leave it there. Don't forget to check out my other reviews. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.